Excuse me. Alrighty. Sorry about the delay, folks. Okay, I think we're gonna have a little bit of a wait on these eggs. Yeah. Kind of is what it is, I guess. Alright, so we have an acceleration problem. We're 20 episodes in, and I mean, I've done a lot of base building and a lot of other stuff, but in reality, and I'm gonna be honest, okay, we're not getting far enough fast enough. To still keep this interesting. So, I have two choices. I can either A, go see about getting a better schematic, you know, attempt to throw myself at Beacon and hope for the best. Which would probably be a thing that I should do you know, off screen. There we go. We'll call it off screen for now. Because to be honest with you, with the way that loot drops in this game, legendary schematics are gonna be kind of a pain. But I said but. Um okay, the keys have to stay on this character. But these don't. Okay. Oh, excuse me. I'm also going to note that we've kind of hit a point where, unless we're like harvesting stone or ore or palladium fragments, um, the carry capacity at 880 is actually not that bad. Oh yeah, gonna ditch the musket, I think. Okay, I have enough ancient civilization parts. I'm not gonna farm chill it. We need to focus on bosses that'll actually give us something useful. And I think in order to do that, we're gonna need a lot of ammo. Ugh, my knuckles. wish there was some royalty-free Christmas music I could listen to while I'm doing this. Maybe there is. Hang on. Hmm. Now, this is why I don't like copyright right here. Because, like, all I wanted to do was just play a little bit of Christmas music in the background. And I do have some idea for some actually good Christian songs. The problem is that they're all copyright protected. And before you say, lol's Amy Grant, well, actually, yeah, but I more prefer Michael W. Smith personally. I don't remember, but I think they had a collaboration at one point in time. That could just be a Mandela memory, so to speak, but I kind of feel like that was a thing at one point or another. I kind of bummed out because there's a lot of good music out there that I would like to use, but I can't afford it. Because YouTube content creation counts as commercial use. In the case of music. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with the music that comes in video games. It's just. I'll put it to you this way. There's a song by Michael W. Smith called Let It Rain. Listening to that while dropping, 105 shells out of an AC 130, it's hilarious. Well, gunpowder is not the problem. Hey, you know what? That Anubis might be asleep. But that one is not. But yeah, there's some music out there that I'd really like to use. Getting permission to do so would be more than I'm up to, actually. And I get it, look, I'm pretty sure Ray Boltz and his family would not like it if I sat here and listened to the hammer in full or on repeat in the middle of a boss fight when I'm literally dropping the hammer on a boss fight. So I get it. It makes sense. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to get paid for your work. I'm not saying that. The copyright system itself and how it's used on YouTube is kind of my problem. Because like there are artists who have like out and out said, "Hey, yeah, go for it," but YouTube pitches a little bitch fit about it because it's still technically copyrighted. So I do have some music I can use, but my family would kill me, and so would my YouTube audience. All right, so back in the day, my great grandparents used to go around from place to place playing folk music uh like really old bluegrass music. Not going to say that they were great at it, nor were they the best, but they did entertain a lot of elderly people who liked their music. Uh, and even before then, I believe it was my great grandmother's father, I want to say, was did something similar. So, you know, that's cool too. I don't have a musical note in my body. I have an electric guitar next to me that I've been trying to learn how to use, and I can use a little bit, but I suck. It's kind of like dropping me into World of Warcraft. It's just not going to end well. It's going to be funny to watch, but it's not going to end well. But yeah, I have a pretty decent electric guitar. My fiance has an electric piano in the back bedroom. Um, and we don't really like we actually need to stop. I need to take a break from doing the YouTube streaming today. I would like to not because, you know, but practicing on the guitar would be a really good way to get to that point. Um, Now, see what I wish is I wish there was a way, and not saying that there is. I wish there was a way that on YouTube we could put whatever music we wanted to on here without it costing us anything, but have the other guys still get some sort of credit or payment for it. That's what I wish. Like, okay, let's say I make a video and let's see, what's the current iTunes rate on a song? Like $1 or something like that? Anyway, let's say I make a video and the video makes me like $10, right? Well, let's say that, I mean, yeah, technically it's still coming out of my hide, but let's say that that video that makes that $10, let's take $1 and give it to the copyright holder. I would be amenable to that actually, like universally. The problem there is what do you do about the guys that don't make any money on their videos? And then what do you do about content that has controversial content with some really sick background music? And I don't mean just like people talking about Trump or stuff like that. I mean like the really edgy like fights in the streets kind of thing. I mean, then what do you do? Because that copyright holder, he's not going to want to let go of that money, and neither is the person who got paid for putting the video up. But I don't know. It's a thought, but it's not a well thought out thought. We'll put it that way. It's a nice idea, but I don't think it'll develop into anything more than just being an idea. Which is unfortunate because I really feel like the current copyright system, both on YouTube and as a whole, needs a complete overhaul. Oh, I'm almost done. Yay. I am probably going to do a dungeon to see if I can get... Oh, I don't need that. Get out of that. Thank you. I need to go see if I can get a couple skill books. Oh, hey, what has he got today? Hmm. Hmm. Excuse me. Good morning, baby. Do we get a fuzzy visitor this morning? Fuzzy visitor! Woo-hoo. There's my buddy. There's my pal. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Yes. Who's a good boy? All right, go play. Oh, also, I forgot to mention this. My fiance got a new laptop, so she might be able to join us on Palworld. Maybe. You know, they could change the spheres to cubes, and then magically, Pokemon no longer has an argument. Ooh, Diet Lover on a Mao. Nice. That means low cost coins. I'm all about that. Yeah, so I am actually like hungry this morning. And while oh poop, I'm in the water and I have no stamina. That's not good. Um so I think I'm gonna make my gut buster plate this morning, but in order to do that, I need a thing of hash browns, some corned beef hash, and some sausage. And not the banquet throw it in the microwave sausage either. I'm talking sausage. Now, I could go out into the garage and go grab a thing of turkey sausage. But I've been kind of saving that for doing like pasta dinners and wraps and stuff. Recipe tip: if you don't take anything else from this episode, go get you some those gluten-free vegan tortilla shells. And I say that because they're also keto friendly. They're universally quote unquote better for you than regular wraps. I doubt it, but it'll at least keep your carb count down. Shred yourself some pepper jack cheese or whatever favorite cheese you like, right? Cook up some turkey burger. Grab some pasta sauce, like your meat flavored tomato sauce. Make sure it doesn't have any of the. Oh, for the love of God, make sure you don't get the kind that has the high fructose corn syrup in it. It's disgusting. Why would you do that to a tomato sauce? Um, Cook it down and throw in some sauteed vegetables. And you have yourself a quite tasty wrap. And if you want to really mix it up and make things fun, go get some Parmesan cheese and replace the turkey burger with a shredded chicken. It's called the chicken parm wrap, and it is amazing. Had that for dinner last night, actually, or a version of it. I didn't use shredded Parmesan because we don't have a block of Parmesan cheese here. Unfortunately, I might start carrying one though, just on principle. Oh yeah, no, like, in fact, actually, I might just start talking about food while I'm playing games because, if I'm being honest, food is actually kind of where I'm at. Yeah, I'm gonna try to catch him. I know, it sounds weird, right? They can learn skills. As in, like, skill fruit skills. So, otherwise, they're basically useless. Huh, well, that was a weird rubber band effect. I would like to actively buy a copy of this so that way I can play it offline too. Because, unfortunately, living in Maine, Game Pass is nice, but when your internet could go out at any moment. See, it's not so much electricity. I'm playing on a laptop, so, like, you know, it's called a battery and a solar panel. And then you can game all you really want. The problem is that the battery in the laptop will only give you about maybe 2 or 3 hours worth of decent quality gaming, albeit on very low settings, and you'd probably have to use the built-in keyboard and mouse pad. But, well, no, you could probably attach an Xbox controller to it without too much power drain, I'd imagine. So there, that is a big daydream. Um, don't attack. I have to control the damage output. A diet lover daydream. Nice. And a level up. Okay, so yeah, the Gutbuster breakfast plate. Are you ready for this one? It's pancakes, eggs, either scrambled with cheese or fried, corned beef hash, sausage, and hash browns. You can't forget them hash browns. Now, see, on the hash browns, I kind of cheat. I use the Hungry Jack dehydrated hash browns. In fact, a lot of this stuff is basically breakfast cheat stuff, except for the pancakes, which I basically demand to make my own pancakes. And even then, it's not even really me making my own pancakes so much as me using the just add water mix. And I do that because, well, it's just easier. It saves me time. And what where I have 3 or 4 Palworld episodes to do today, time is kind of a factor. Because we also have a snowblower delivery that might be happening today. It got delayed from yesterday because, well, pickeries and ice on the roads, wind, rain. It was just not a good night last night. So I personally am grateful for the FedEx company and the FedEx guy's decision to not deliver the box or the snowblower last night because I, to be honest, did not even feel like going out in the crap weather. You know, look, I like bad weather in horror games like Resident Evil. You stick me on a ship with terrible weather, and my character has to walk the bow to stern of that ship on the deck, and you know zombies are coming out at you and all kinds of monsters are. I'm happy as a clam with a game that does that. Real life is a totally different matter. Alright, you stuffed me outside and that sun's not in the sky with just enough cloud cover to keep it from hurting my eyeballs. Mm-mm. I don't even want to leave the house. I want to stay inside where it's nice and comfortable. And yes, I am that kind of person. And I'm not afraid to admit it. But just because I have a preference for a thing does not mean that I go against my preferences. I do all the time. All the time. Like, basically nonstop. Because there are still things that need to be done. It doesn't mean that I'm happy about doing them. But, well, there are some there are some things that kind of get me all riled up and stuff. You know what? I think we're going to focus on work speed, and we're at the technology point of the hypersphere, the sphere assembly line, the cold resistant armor, which is a good thing. Okay. And I think we're going to return to base and see if I have the stuff to build that. Well, I mean, yeah, can't miss the base. It kind of looks like a Palworld version of the Stark Mansion in the Avengers. Kind of, sort of, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, Geronimo. Oh wait, there's a parachute. Which reminds me, having Bushy is fun, but I have Anubis now. Oh, I have enough mouse. Actually, I think I may have just found what I'm going to do with my other base. And it'd be really nice if I could just link the two together. I just go put the other one either over. Well, I can't because there's that result boss is over that way. Let's see. Actually, I'd probably just build it into this hill over here. Let's do a little research on a thing. Alright, I need a palladium fragment and some wood. Oh, excuse me. I'll take 5 of them. Got the friggin' eye bogeys this morning. Okay. The question I have is, how close is too close? I mean, with a fast travel system, it really doesn't matter where I put it, but... I have an idea. And it's kind of insane, and I don't know if it's going to work. Well, you're going to need the support, because there is a support physics thing in this game. Which is fine, and it makes sense. Actually, what I should do is I should dual purpose. I should dual purpose the base. Yeah. That's what we'll do, too. I'll save this for the third base for this. Because I'm not far enough in the game to have an actual active sulfur farm, you know, the right way, I have to go find at least a place with at least one sulfur node. And I might hit one up that also has some iron too. I mean, that part really doesn't matter that much, but okay. You know what? Let's go explore for a little bit. Make it a little easier on, or well, not really easier, but just more entertaining. Well, what? Did the fuzzy visitor return for another hello? Huh? Yeah? You're hungry just like Daddy is. You want your scoop. You want your scoop? Well, Daddy wants his breakfast too. But Daddy has to go to the store so he can go get some stuff before he can cook. And I can't do that until I'm done recording, so. Oh, that's an active dungeon, isn't it? Oh, there's some pretty good sulfur nodes in the bamboo thicket. But the best way to go about this, and this is where I'm going to kind of cheat a little bit. Um, it's not really cheating so much as it is researching. If you pull up a Palworld map that has a good detailed, like where the ore nodes are, kind of thing. Let me see here. Was it palworld.gg that had that? Dude, stop. You're being too forceful and violent. You need to chill. Haha. Palpedia.net. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Although it is good to know the level zones, it's not really what we're here for. I need to find a space that. I got lit on friggin' fire. Are you serious? No. freezing to death. I spawn in and a stinking catcher's had my number, of course. Never fails, right? Now, okay, now for the big question.
What was the damage?
None.
Huh?
There was no damage.
That's not what I meant. The tree limbs and all that. That's what I meant.
Pretty clean, actually.
Oh. No, what was all that banging that kept hitting the house?
Maybe something on the porch that wasn't tethered down right?
No, it was the ice.
It was the icicles.
Ice coming off. When they come off the roof, they come right down on and scrape the windows and the screens and the siding and make holes in the side of the trailer. Do not ever purchase a trailer. It isn't.
And if you do, make sure it's built properly. Could you come help me in Palworld on my next recording, please?
Sure.
I'm base building in a very dangerous area and I need help. Basically, I need to be able to access both of the sulfur.
Where are you?
Before you go into your game,
I'm already into it.
I have a question.
I'm recording right now. Can it wait?
Go ahead.
What's your question?
Can we go out to eat this morning? We financially don't have it.
Well, I think I do. Depends on what Logan charges, but
Well, that's just it. I don't want to go blow that money, without knowing what that bill is going to be. What I will do, though, is I'll go get the stuff to make a big breakfast here.
okay.
I need to go to Dollar Tree to do it. Or Dollar General, I mean.
I need a gallon of milk and
So.
some cereal from Dollar Tree. Milk I don't
Well,
want.
I'm not going up that far into town. I'm just, if I go anywhere, it's going to be Dollar Tree and back here. I am not leaving this house for more than 5 minutes today
Okay.
because we have that snowblower delivery.
Yeah.
And I did look at the stats on it. They do want me here to sign for it.
Okay.
So,
I'll go up and get a gallon of milk at Food City.
it,
No, I
I think
can
they're
stay
already
here
in.
with Magnus and keep track.
they want me to sign for it
Yeah. he had-
specifically because it's over like $800
Oh.
with shipping. It was an expensive snowblower, but we needed it, so kind of sucked it up and did it anyway, whether I liked it or not.
Did
I
they say
hate
when it's supposed to be here?
anytime today. It was supposed to be here yesterday, but because I had to go do stuff yesterday, I wasn't here to sign for it. So between that and the bad weather, I was kind of like, you know what? Maybe that guy really doesn't want to deliver it today, and I'm okay with that.
Well, it'd just be a quick trip up into town and then right back here. You
Oh.
wouldn't be getting much.
I know. That's why I wanted us both to go.
You're just getting the stuff for breakfast.
I misplaced
Which is
this.
just scrambled eggs, pancakes, sausage, and biscuits. Or
No,
steak. You said a big breakfast,
the other type of big breakfast, babe.
but I don't want hash browns.
Well, I do. Maybe Graham would like some. Well, I was only able to capture one sulfur node, but there's another one outside of the base that I can do myself manually, so... And it's not like me and my fiance can just overlap bases. I wish we could,
No, we can't.
but...
I mean, there was that one thing that someone did where they overlapped their own base.
I'm
But
pretty...
I don't think that's actually physically possible.
It's
for
not.
them.
I just tried it this morning. There's
Yeah.
actually a distance limitation on how far your bases have to be apart.
Yeah, I tried
So.
that myself. On the world we were in together.
So... Okay, I need someone with a good mining stat. And I also need to set up a feed farm. I think if I put one of the berry producing pals in a kajigger
The Capricorn in a
ranch,
Yeah.
yeah, it should It should work out.
There's crude oil deposits over on Sakurajima.
I know there is.
That's why I have a base there. I'm gonna unlock the crude oil extractor.
This is not going to be a very advanced base. This is just designed for sulfur harvest. So what I need to do is just drop I think an Anubis will work just fine here, even if he is a glutton.
So an Anubis and a pal that'll just transport the food.
Yep. I need an Anubis. I need to start pushing the right button. I need a Caperty.
Should probably put 2.
With Nocturnal.
Or that, yep. And then a Depresso.
Yep, you're right. Depresso would be the best one to put in here.
Or Daydream, because they're both nocturnal.
Yeah, but Depresso also has the
mining capability.
yes, I'm going to put him in with Workaholic. And those 3 right there should handle most of my mining stuff. But just in case, I'm going to drop a Pen King in there for extra mining. I have to go harvest some of this wood. Oh, and I have to build a box.
I feel better now that my hair is up.
No, I was going to do sausage this morning. But there's a certain type of sausage that I want. I don't want the just throw it in the microwave sausage, which is why I have to be the one to go up. And we might have to go to Food City to get some of it anyway, especially the sausage. I also need to drop a food box too.
Yes, you did.
And while I could just go back to my other base and grab this stuff, this is just more fun for me.
I got an achievement in here that I didn't even notice for Palworld. It's Palworld. The achievement is Inhuman Act. Caught a human.
Yeah, I think we've all done that.
Several times over.
Actually, I just did that in this episode. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's simple. I'm going to put a platform up here with a staircase that goes right into that sulfur node, and then I'm going to harvest the sulfur node. I don't really care if these guys do stone or not. I'm more interested in the friggin' sulfur. So, any stone nodes that can be covered over with base materials that can nullify their very existence would be a very welcome thing. Okay, so I need a feed box right there. And we need a box. I wish you could grab and reposition your base's center easier.
Instead of having to destroy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that your neck?
Yes.
I'd be surprised if the microphone didn't pick that up. That was loud. That's okay. I'm all stiff and stuff this morning too, so don't feel bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna put a ranch over those friggin' rocks and drop some mows in it. That way the rocks can't respawn.
Over the regular rock.
Uh-huh.
So you're gonna build a ranch right here and put just some mouse.
Yep.
That's a lot of rocks.
Oh, yes.
I thought I already allowed this game through. It was making me ask again. It was asking me again. This game is actually pretty fun.
I don't doubt it. Oh, I misplaced that chest. I should have placed it somewhere else. But yeah, I gotta move the base's center. It's gotta go north a little bit, I think. Okay, let's see. I think that's about as close to having both sulfur nodes as I can get. And still have my pals be able to nail down both sulfur nodes. I'm also going to have to put down some pal beds too, which is where I'm going to end up actually just fast traveling back to my base to grab some stuff. Well, there's really only one way the bad guys can come onto this base, and that's this big ass gaping entrance right here, but I'm going to set up that ranch, drop the pals down. stop recording after a little bit, go get the food for breakfast, leave the game active while I'm out getting the stuff for breakfast, and then the entrance right about there. And that should prevent the creation of those particular rock nodes. Now, PAL box. We need you. Let's see. Where's a good depresso to put in here? A couple pen kings. Or maybe just one pen king. Nocturnal Mao. Swift Mao. And just 2 random Maos. And I'll drop a Daydream for defensive purposes. And what the hell, we'll put an Incineram, but the rest of them I think are going to be the Caprides. Just to supplement the food. Actually, we'll throw in a Chickpea. There we go, a little bit of food variety. Frigate. Okay. Now, what does it take to build one of these? Because I need to ensure that everything is assigned properly. Relaxed. Okay. I got Maos in one ranch and food in the other. Now, I'll start building some beds for these guys so they don't lose their brains in the process. Which is where I'm going to have to fast travel back to the other base, which is fine. Grab some fiber and some wood. And set up their beds. 13 times 5 is 65, I believe. So we'll grab 70 anyway. And we'll grab some wood. Takes 10 wood, so that's 113. Time to go make some pal beds. And then you're probably going to have to go in the hallway, dude. Because you like to chew stuff. Well, actually, you haven't chewed nothing lately, so... kind of starting to feel like we might be able to trust you with more stuff. Yes. I think you needs a chew toy for being so good. As I remember by default, 16 is the maximum number of pals that you can have in base. So having 16 pal beds is perfect. I'm not quite at the point of having 16 pals in the base, but that offers a little bit of foresight. This might end up being actually a more permanent base location depending on what happens. Yeah, you might want to run. This is a base. This is not some place for you to just wander into. Robin Quills. There's also a dungeon location like right outside the entrance for it too.
Huh. You like my tree stack?
Nice.
I can literally just pick up the trees and carry them.
Okay, so now for the structure we're gonna build. Just gonna keep it simple this morning, I think. Uh-uh.
What?
Someone's about to get his ass beat. That's what.
What do you mean?
He knocked out one of my chickens in my base.
Okay.
And I wanted to rob and Quill anyway, so guess what? Assuming everything here doesn't do that and just fucking kill him. Which is exactly what they did. Yep. Just goes to show he should have stayed the hell away. There. Sucks to suck, my Incineram is naturally nocturnal. Incineram is the other pal that you don't have to worry about going to bed at night.
Huh.
And he's quite a strong fire type too.
That's actually really cool.
And if you have a base invasion from the random pals that has the Lee's punks, he has a chance to be in that group.
Oh, cool.
So that's actually how I got mine. Now, fortunately for me, apparently him incapacitating my Chickapee didn't matter because Chickapee is back up and running. Okay, and that is going to be the sulfur harvesting base pretty much. There's some other modifications that I'm going to do later and probably in between recordings, but I think that's about going to wrap it up for right now. Hopefully y'all like the content. Hit the like and subscribe button if you want to, and I will see you on the next one.